Since when did everything get so complicated? The next generation has a lot of work to do, so let's make things simpler.
6 ideas done well can give you one big outcome.
Number 1. Endeavour. Successful people work hard.
¿Y cómo se dice?
They get up when they're knocked down. They keep going when it's tough. And they change direction when they need to.
Number 2, reflection.
Progress is made when we reflect on what we do.
Sikhs believe that everyone should be treated the same.
2 voices matter the most. The voice of experience and the voice of your own mind.
I would multiply 1/6 and 1/2 together.
Number 3, professionalism.
Excellence is a habit, so practice it. Hit deadlines, show courtesy, and present the best version of you to the world. And number 4, responsibility. If you can take ownership of yourself, you can own anything that crosses your path. And if you want to be proud of yourself, start with honesty.
Number 5, respect.
The world can run short of respect, so we're adding it back in. There's no greater skill than seeing through another person's eyes.
Number 6, cooperation.
You won't change anything on your own. Many hands make light work. And many minds make ideas come to life, more than you ever thought possible. 6 simple ideas, 1 huge outcome. Success! Welcome to Ashmore Academy.
I knew when we made that video it would upstage me at secondary transfer evening. It's so good, isn't it? And I'm really proud that our young actors are all from the school and did so well in that, and it turned out so nicely. If you don't know me, I'm Tim Sullivan. I'm the head here at Ashmole. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming here tonight, and well done for getting a ticket as well. They sold out pretty quick, so you must have been clicking return, and thanks for not selling them on eBay as well. They were going for quite a bit of money by the end of it. So, you're in secondary school now, folks. I hope you've done your homework. You don't come to secondary school when you've not done your homework. I'm not here to tell you what you could have already looked up on the internet before you came here. So, I hope you've been to the Compare Schools website and compared us. I only hope that because we look so good at her. And I hope you've been to the website as well and had a look about what we're thinking, where we're at the moment, and what you like, and that's what's got you through the door today. So I guess you're here because you want to know if we can keep doing that for the next 7, 8 years, and the answer is yes. And I can guarantee to you the answer is yes, because it's actually quite easy. It's quite simple. In fact, it is ABC. It's behind me. Simple message, a simple ideology, a simple aims and thinking. A for achievement. I'm not going to read out those grades for you. You can read those, as I said before. But the one grade I do indulge me, I will highlight to you, is what's known as the Progress 8 grade. Progress 8 literally means how good a progress a young person has made from Key Stage 2 to Key Stage 4. How well they've done. How well they've gone on that kind of trajectory. And whatever your Progress 8 is how much value added you put on top of that success. So you can plot it straight through where you were when you came out of primary school into Key Stage 4, or you can go on an upward curve. Our value added score here is 0.75. It's fairly unsurpassed in North London, that figure. And why I'm proud of it and why I'm showing off about it a little bit is it is, for me, the most important figure. What value we can add by your children, or you children, coming to this school. And that's what that 0.75 is. And actually, when I wrote this speech, I said 0.75. And this morning, I found out what our value added was for 2022. That's the 2019 one. 2022, it's gone up again, 0.81. So, every student that comes here has a 4 in 5 chance of getting 1 grade higher than they would do if they plateaued straight to a straight line. And that's why I'm proud of it. And that's a real achievement and testament to the quality of teaching that I so thankfully have in this school. And that comes from endeavour, the word we use for that. Trying hard. Trying as hard as you can. That's pretty obvious. Most schools are going to tell you that. We make everybody try as hard as they can. But actually, the second one, the one I prefer out of achievement, is reflection. You can make mistakes. We're allowed to make mistakes in schools. You're allowed to make errors. In fact, they're really, really important. They're how we learn. It's important that we make mistakes. I've undoubtedly made mistakes since I started talking. I'm okay, I can ride through it. I'll get it better. Next time I've got another speech coming, I'll say something else. That's how we do it. We reflect upon our mistakes. If you don't reflect, then you're going wrong, aren't you? If you're not reflecting on the mistakes you're making, then there's a problem. You need to think about what you're doing wrong and try and correct it. As long as you keep thinking, as long as you keep reflecting, that's my favourite value. Reflection, working you through. Simple. Simple success. The next one, B, is for behaviour. The bedrock of all schools. If you don't get behaviour right, nothing can flourish. We are very proud of our behaviour and our behavioural standards in this school. They're based around professionalism, the sense that one needs to remain professional at all times. In fact, we're so proud of our behaviour in this school. We are members of the Behaviour Hub, the DFE Behaviour Hub programme. 8 schools in Britain were asked to lead on behaviour for all of the schools in Britain. We're one of them. The DFE came to me and said, can we model what we do here to other schools? So we have open days here where other schools come in and look to see how we're getting some things right. And we've clearly got an idea behind why we're getting those right as well. And it's a real privilege. I'm also allowed to go outside to other schools and try and teach them how to do similar things as well. Clearly it's context driven. But that puts us at the heart of a behaviour conversation, and it certainly allows us to keep thinking about behaviour and behaviours in the school and how we can improve upon it. It's extremely important. But yet again, actually, it's quite simple. With professionalism comes responsibility. Yet again, and you're going to like this, young people, you can make mistakes in behaviour as well. You can actually mess up. Not too naughty in my school, thank you very much, but you can make a mistake in your behaviour. You can do something wrong, but you have to own it. You have to take responsibility for it. Yeah? If you don't own it, if you don't believe it was naughty and fight against it, you're not going to learn from it again. Same message. Take responsibility, use that fourth value, take responsibility for your mistakes and you will learn not to make those mistakes again. And we just see those as mistakes, not failures, mistakes. And the final one, C. It says community. I wish it said care, but it says community. But they're the same thing to me, actually. Community is all important in this school. It feels, hopefully you've already felt it. If you've already gone on a tour already, you might have felt a little bit of the family feel we try and get in this school. A little bit of a sense of care and a little bit of a sense of community. We are a community school. 18 members of staff came to Ashmore when they were students. 31 members of staff have their children at this school, either now or they've been there in the past. My daughter is in this school. She's in the sixth form. She's been all the way through up to there as well. We are a family school. It feels like we all know each other well. We feel like a community here, and hopefully you can feel that while you're here as well. The other reason we need to get community right is because I want children, and I want you to feel safe that I am keeping your children safe. We're in North London. You want, when you're letting your children come into this school, to feel that you can go off about your daily lives, go to work, and your children will be safe in this school. It's very, very important to me that they feel like that. We ran a survey with parents about this time last year, and 98% of those surveys said that they felt their child was safe, or their child felt safe in this school. I'm really proud of that figure. The people who did that survey for us said they've never seen a figure like it. So that comes from a sense of community as well. The one thing I think we really, really lost in COVID was exactly that, community. You can't do this online. You can't debate, you can't chat, you can't learn from each other. We missed that societal interaction, which is vital for young people to grow up with. We've got 83 different extracurricular clubs in this school every term. 83 different extracurricular clubs in this school every term. A chance for children to interact, not just in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well, and all they can learn from doing that. And the figure I'm most proud of is 9 student committees in the school as well. Student voices are turning up here bandied around all the time. We take that very seriously, and so do the children. They have 9 different committees that they can sit on in this school, and they come and tell me what I need to do better. In fact, the reason you won't see a single plastic bottle in this school is because the Green Committee came to me about May last year and told me to stop it and get rid of them. I wasn't being a responsible head teacher, and I had to listen to the Green Committee when they're that riled up. I'm really proud of that fact that we're able to talk to each other in this school and interact like a community. We've got 500 volunteers, child volunteers in the school as we speak. Some of you have already gone and told them, hope they've been good for you. But you'll see how many people want to work in our classes on an evening like this as well. They're proud of their school, they're proud to show it off, which I'm really happy about. We've got 2 of those here today, and they're going to talk to you next from our student body. Melissa will be first.
Good evening. As Deputy Head Student of Ashmole, I would like to talk to you about my experiences from the past 7 years at this school. I believe the success of students at Ashmole and myself comes down to the dedication and resources of staff. From the very start of Year 7, I was exposed to an environment full of ambition and hard work, and a year group full of friendly faces. The first real mentor was our form tutor, who offered us her guidance and advice day in and day out, stemming from the countless valuable discussions we would have on current affairs, well-being and safety. Through my years at Ashmore, I have learned that a key teaching from our school is the value of reflection. A strength that has developed in myself and all of my peers is the ability to see everyone's strengths and weaknesses and use it to attain a successful outcome. This is because every opportunity given to students has a further goal in sight, ensuring from the time that we join the school, we are provided with opportunities to showcase our knowledge. Opportunities to present in Green Society, Equality Society, LGBTQ+ Society, Music Club, Drama Club, Technology Club being just a very small selection of societies at Ashmole. In Year 9, after having a good academic progress, it wasn't until the pastoral team around me at Ashmole offered me patience to push my progress. It was at this point where I fully understood the value of endeavour. Driven by the high expectations of Ashmole, I took it upon myself to have my own high expectations. It was then that I realised, thanks to Ashmole saying that excellence truly is a habit. The career preparation at Ashmole is something unique. As a year, we have had multiple days where employees from the workforce, such as doctors, lawyers, bankers, producers, and writers, have shared their life experiences. These days have been a massive turning point for myself, as it was a rare opportunity to hear from a range of real-life passions. I found Ashmole has given me so much in terms of being able to flourish into a confident individual. I believe with these resources, values and unique opportunities that all students at Ashmole are able to develop into confident, high-achieving individuals. It was my pleasure sharing my experiences with you. I will now hand you over to our head student, Joe.
Good evening, my name is Joe, head student of Ashmole, and I'm going to talk to you about our sixth form. I believe that the student body is Ashmole's greatest strength. At the beginning of Year 12, I was confronted with the unique opportunities of committees which were available to all students. A student could democratically drive forward the changes of our school. What further stood out to me was Ashmole's sixth form and how it simulates the feelings of being at a university. Not only do our teachers offer us unconditional support within the lesson space, but outside of lessons we can also join societies. I joined the Feminist and History Society, in which I had the opportunity to create and watch peer presentations. I don't think that there is a better sixth form than Ashmole when it comes to preparing for university. Early in Year 12, the Ashmole Scholar Programme was introduced, where I could help run a club as well as explore a subject further that I may be interested in reading at undergraduate level. From there, we were given special attention through various meetings with teachers, who would recommend us books and arrange us to go to lectures. As a history scholar, I enjoyed a university trip to Queen Mary's for a history taster session, and I could not be happier that I was a history scholar, since it is greatly helping me with my personal statement that I'm writing at the moment, which is proving to be quite difficult. Our sixth form centre is fitted with an upstairs area for individual silent study time and a collaborative working space downstairs with booths, relaxed seating and a snug area. There's also Starbucks, where students can enjoy snacks and drinks close to proximity of their study. Ashmore also helped us get thinking about our university or UCAS applications. Each student is designated a UCAS mentor, a teacher who we can meet with and discuss which courses we want to take and where, and also to help us with our personal statements. There's also an Oxbridge committee which helps students who aspire to go to Oxford and Cambridge, as well as a MedSoc assisting medical, dental and veterinary students. A-levels are usually described as the most stressful period of anyone's education, and it already felt like 3 months by the time I was in this spot 1 year ago. But it feels like I've just started year 13 a few days ago. However, Ashmore staff and values strive for its students to feel safe and confident, especially in my university choices and my exams, as well as granting opportunities to fully explore what I want to do with my education. Thank you for listening, and I'm going to pass on to Mr. Das.
Good evening. There are lots and lots of myths out there regarding admission to secondary schools, what you need to do, where you need to be, etc. And I suppose I'm here to try and dispel some of those myths for you. A number of you will be aware of the legal side of admissions, but as a school we think it's important to make that sort of thing clear to you. So I'm here tonight, hopefully to lessen that sort of milestone for you as parents and students, and having been through the process with 2 children of my own who are currently at Ashmole in year 10 and the 6th form, I'd like to try and make the school's admission criteria and how to apply for a place at Ashmore Academy clear to you, and hopefully help you in making that decision for your own vital stage of your child's education. We're really proud of the fact that Ashmole is a family and neighbourhood school, placing emphasis on all areas of the curriculum. Within that, we also seek to stress that extracurricular music, as well as at 6th form level, science and music are particular aspects of the school's provision, and we reflect those specialisms within the school's admission criteria. Our published admission number for the year 7 at the Academy is 261 pupils. So when there are more applications than there are places available, then the school will use what we call the oversubscription criteria. Those oversubscription criteria are in our prospectus, and they're also in Barnett's secondary handbook. So all schools by law have to include children who are looked after under provision of the Children Act of 1989, and that includes children who have also previously been looked after in their admission criteria. Now, music is clearly an aspect of the school's provision, and therefore 20 of the 261 places available in year 7 are allocated to children who show what we call an aptitude for music. Now, candidates applying under that criterion, they're invited to attend a written aptitude test at the Academy, and that's in the summer term of year 5. Now, the school admissions code tells us that we need to tell parents before they apply, so that they're not wasting their time in applying to the school, of the outcome of that test, and we have done so. So the music aptitude test for entry to year 7 in September 23, the outcomes have already been given to parents there. As a family school, one of those criteria that we have is to have a sibling at the Academy, and that's at the date of application for admission to the school. Now, a sibling could include a number of categories there, so that could be a full, half, step, adopted, and foster brother or sister, as well as a child of a parent's partner with whom he or she is cohabiting for a period of at least 1 year at the application deadline, provided, of course, they live at the same address as the applicant. Places are next offered, and I know that Mr. Sullivan alluded to this, offered to children with a parent who has been employed by a parent who has been employed by the Academy. And that's for a period of at least 2 years at the application deadline, and they can be based at Ashmole Academy, the primary school, or if they're recruited to fill a demonstrable skill shortage subject. Children in year 6 transferring to secondary education from Ashmole Primary as a feeder school may well then also choose to apply, and they are the next allocated places, with priority being given to those living near the school. Now, the last criterion that often attracts a lot of interest is a reflection of our intention to be a neighbourhood school. The criteria states that priority will be given to proximity of a child's home to the school. That is measured by a straight line from an ordnance survey map by the local authority's geographic computerised information system, with those living nearest the school having the highest priority, and the address point is from the address point of the home in a straight line, to the school's main gate. So if you have questions regarding that, we have a help desk that will help you with that. Last part that I want to talk to you about tonight is just how to make those applications. So it's the Department of Education that puts the coordinated arrangements in place for you, and you will all be using the e-admission system, which is an online system used by all the 33 London authorities, as well as the London boroughs, the local authority for Surrey. You aren't allowed to name up to 6 preferences for schools, and those can be any combination of schools. They can be community, foundation, voluntary aided, or academies, and they can be situated in other authorities, so Enfield, Barnet, whichever authority you wish. In the event that you satisfy the criteria for more than one school, the place that you'll be offered is based on the rank preference that you state. Now, because Ashmore is very popular and heavily oversubscribed, we strongly advise that you put down more than one choice. Using all 6 of your choices is definitely a good idea. If you do not meet the criteria for your preferences, then it's your local authority's responsibility to place you in a school. That could be at a school that has places available, and it could well be located some distance from your home. Therefore, it might be a good idea to name a school near to where you live, where you know you'll meet their criteria, even if it is your last preference. Schools aren't told of your preferences. They're informed of your application to the school, and their admission criteria are then applied to your application. If you meet the criteria for more than one school, the local authority will then offer you a place based on your preferences. Now, the online-based e-admission system has to be submitted by Monday the 31st of October 2022, and that's in just 25 days' time. National Offer Day will be on Wednesday the 1st of March of 23, and on that day, if you log into your e-admissions account, you'll get the outcome. They'll also send you an email on that evening too. Now, as those admission arrangements can seem complicated, as I've mentioned, we've set up a help desk in our refectory to assist you with any inquiries. Do feel free to ask any questions. Finally, for those of you who have just arrived, please do make your way to the refectory if you need any assistance from the help desk. There will be guides who will be able to assist you and take you on tours of the school. So that means that you may well already be part of the way through a tour. Please tell your next guide where you've been to last, and they will start you off there, and they will then take you around the remainder of the school. All of the tours will show you around the entirety of the school. Clearly, if you wish to see particular areas, do let them know. Hope you've enjoyed your visit to the school. Please do have a safe journey home. Thank you. Good night.